Yeah. Look, it's a ray. Look how fast he's moving. Are you ready to go sailing? But first, diesel. Here we go. Bye, Tom. Here's a fun little update, world. We are at Pensacola, in Pensacola Bay. We just left Bayou Chico, and I am here sailing Wing and Wing, which is a really tricky point of sail. And if you remember from our videos sailing north in, gosh, the summer of 2024, we sailed Wing and Wing without this here whisker pole. Okay, now I'm helming, so I'm gonna have to come back and forth. But so this whisker pole slash spinnaker pole holds the jib out so that way it keeps from collapsing, because the wind can be a little shifty. We just had a lot of down, like 2 knot wind, and so in this point of sail you go kind of at the speed of the wind, within reason of course, up to our hull speed, which is 7 knots. And so right now the wind is about 5, between 3 and 5, and we are going between 3 and 5. You can actually see how fast the wind is by how fast our speedometer is going. So this is actually a very interesting moment, because we have had this spinnaker pole since the summer when I got it at Nautical Donations. Thanks, Gary. And we haven't used it till this trip. We put it up with Kevin, our friend Kevin, who painted this epic mural. Laine's down here doing lunch because we were so hungry.
We're gonna eat it cold, or did you want me to do something?
I think you should heat it up. Got shrimp and grits from the Orr House. And so what this does is it holds the end out and keeps it from collapsing. So we have a much wider range, because you can see here, if you look up at the Windex, I'm actually not dead running right now. But this allows me to not have as many accidental jibes, right? Which is if the wind passes over the stern of the boat, then this guy, like it's about to collapse right now, see? So that isn't full, so I have to turn away so that way the wind fills it. And then the Genoa, which is 150% the size of the front. It's like 50% longer than the main, right? It's all math stuff. Anyway, so it's really big, so it can really push us because it holds so much air. The sail area is really big. So this is a great thing that we're learning. However, putting it up was really hairy. We were, I think, kind of hangry, and we had 2 funny interactions here with 2 men who just had really weird vibes, right? The first one got upset at us for painting, you know, an environmental impact of using spray paint, which fair, but also accused us of doing all the paint on our boat while we were at our friend Tom's dock, which we didn't do. Which we did pretty much all the paint. We just washed the boat and did some touch-ups on the side. Pretty normal, but it also got me to thinking about environmental stuff, right? So energy was just weird. And then we went to go fuel up, filled up the diesel tank. We had to do an oil change and buy oil there and walk over, whatever. We were there for an hour and they were like, are you gonna go yet? And we were like, we are about to cross the Gulf. No. But they were like literally waiting outside the boat, like, you ready for us to hand off your lines? And we were like, wow. It's just interesting to come up against, whenever you're traveling, wherever you are, just people who don't want you to be there, or like are upset by the vibe, or feel like, making assumptions. So one of the things I want to do is not make those kind of assumptions and kind of being like moved along by people. It's like the vagrant lifestyle, or the travelers have such a bad rap, and that's an interesting thing to come up against. So let me know what you think about that. Would you have 2 people in your backyard for a few days? Anyhow, it's very peaceful. It's a very beautiful point of sail here, and feel pretty proud that we got it up. We could definitely do it better. Figuring out how to do all the rigging, like what kind of quick clips we need. Just getting ourselves together because we have a long haul across the Gulf next. Laine, do you have anything to say?
Hi. Is it 5 o'clock?
No, not quite 5 o'clock yet. So here we are. We'll see you soon. Hello world. Okay, so I figured this is a fun time to just talk about each different point of sail. Right now we're at a broad reach. So the wind is, you see, the wind is coming from right there. So we are sailing with the wind coming off of the back corner of the boat, the port side stern of the boat. So here, the sail is let out very far. As you can see, I've let the main out, and the sail is angled to catch most of the wind coming down. So the main sail takes most of it. So we've left the whisker pole up on the Genoa in order to get it out farther. So since the main sail likes to take the jib's wind, you can see how it's kind of fluffing a little bit here. Especially because I'm going maybe a little bit running. So I'm going to turn off or head up just a little bit, which means heading up into the wind ever so slightly. And then that's going to give this guy a little more fullness. And so this point of sail, we can see that right now we are going about 3.7 knots. And we have our handy dandy anemometer. An anemometer from Sarah, thank you. And so when we put this up to the wind, right here, the wind's kind of coming in here, you can see it's 5, 5.4, 5.8, 6. Yeah, it's like 80 degrees it says. That feels wild. So we're going between like 4 and 6. We're around 5, which is pretty good then to be going 4 knots at that amount. In this point of sail. So this isn't the speediest point of sail, but it is really comfortable because you have the wind coming from behind you. So that way it's not in your face, so it doesn't feel quite so windy. Doesn't even feel very fast. Even though it is actually faster to go this way than to be beating upwind with the wind in your face. It just feels different. Especially because the waves, right, are kind of coming at us and hitting us at the stern. They're going a little bit sideways, right, because we are a little bit off, and that also kind of adjusts how the boat goes. So in this point of sail right now with this setup, I'm going to try to keep the arrow pointed just towards those tails, about 45 degrees off the wind, and maybe even curl up a little bit, which gets us a little bit beamy, which we will actually be going to next. Interesting, right? Once again, this is a broad reach. And in case you're wondering, our boat is a Morgan Out Island 33 from 1977. She has an 11.8 foot beam this way. She has a 45 foot mast, but with the stuff on top, she's almost 48 feet. The mast goes down to the keel, and the keel goes almost 4 feet underwater, but our freeboard is about 6. So there you go. Oh, lunchtime. Bye. Beam reach. Beam reach. This is where the wind is coming from directly over the beam, like 90 degrees to the boat. This is generally your fastest point of sail. Laine Bones, will you check the wind for us? And so this is where, in general, right, the sails are kind of like out at an angle. I have them tucked in kind of tight right now because I was at a close reach, which would be moving farther up into the wind. So what we do to let the sails out here is I'm going to undo that and then just let this out, which lets that guy, this main sheet as they call it, out. And then I finish it with a nice little hitch there, and that should actually give us a little bit more power because this can catch more of that wind coming straight across. So we are, what was the wind? 8?
6.8 to 8.
6.8 to 8, that's nice, it's picking up.
And we're also moving into it, so
yeah. We're moving sideways to it, it's coming from right over here. And our navionics does not want to show us how fast we're going. So this is my little switch. Alright. Navionics says we were, well, just cut out again, but it said we were going 5.6. And it does look like we're getting along at a clip. They say that this is the fastest point of sail and also one of the most comfortable. Because usually the point of the waves, if the waves aren't too big, doesn't like impede your movement too much, but if there's big waves, this is not a good point of sail. Anyhow, here we just got a little gust there. So whenever there's a gust, the gusts always come from, not always, but often come from a different point. So we're gonna pull up into those. I'm gonna keep watching the depth because it's gonna be about 7 feet up inside this red channel marker. Try to sail underneath this bridge.
We're gonna sail underneath the bridge.
Let this guy out a little bit because when the winds get higher, you're gonna make your sails a little bit softer. The wind keeps changing too, so I don't want to go up too high because that'll have to change the sails. And we're aiming to get under that bridge, so we're aiming for the windward side of the bridge, so we have a lot of clearance. Yep, the wind just shifted. So here we go into our next point of sail, which is a close reach. And so with this, I'm going to head back up into the wind here. And as I go closer to the wind, just to tighten the sails. And this is pull mode now. So I grind the sails and tail them myself. Sometimes having a friend here is really helpful, but right now my friend, lover slash roommate and partner is also a videographer.
I am videographer.
And so we're going to tighten these in almost as much as we can. And I'm also noticing that this guy is too tight on the other side for this, and so it's actually keeping
Wow.
that. So we don't want to put any tension on the shrouds, especially at this point of sail. And now, because I'm helming and I guess I'm solo sailing right now, I'm gonna re-steer because
And
we don't
teaching.
have all of autopilot. Yeah, multitask. It's gonna aim back for.
I'll help when I turn off the camera.
So
I
I'm gonna
wink.
pull
You can't
this
see it.
guy
I'm
in.
wearing sunglasses. Whoa.
And then I'm going to pull this in and lock it off and see how that goes. This is the main sheet. Pull the main sheet in. See how that feels, because the farther we sheet them in, the faster we're going to get to go at this here. Point of sail.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're not as close. What you call close hauled is when you go as close to the wind as you can. Our boat doesn't like to go very close to the wind. But
Here we are.
huh?
We're getting closer.
Yeah, we're getting closer. So this is actually a very, very nice close reach water. And I can even trim the main in a little bit more.
Which I can turn this off and help her do. Look
Okay,
at that.
let me show you how we do it one
Never
more
mind.
time. You just sit there. You're doing great. We're gonna pull in because this is a German rigged. Ooh, that's a good pup. So this is a German rigged main sheet, which I don't really know what that means too much. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna let this go.
Woo!
That's a good pup. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Leaning
when there's
now.
more wind,
Oh. How's
start
everything
falling
doing?
really nicely, like that. Everything starts falling, and then so if it's too much, instead of sheeting in the main sheet like I was going to, I'm actually going to let it out, and that's going to spill some of the air out of the main sheet, which then allows the boat to even over so it's not heeling quite so much, and spill some of the air off so we don't go quite as fast, but then we also we can kind of mitigate our speed a little bit. So, right now I just have a bite on this guy and I'm holding it. He's gonna go show you what it looks like up there maybe. I don't know where you go, videographer.
Sure. Wow.
Sheeted it in. We're starting to bluff at the front edge.
Wow.
Actually turn off the wind a little bit here. Because we're getting close to this bridge really fast. We're going almost 5.7, 5.8. It's pretty good. Yeah. Ta-da! And this is a close reach. And before that we were at a beam reach, which in the close reach is coming over 45 degrees off of the bow. The beam reach is coming 90 degrees off of amidships. And then the broad reach from before is coming off the stern. And when we were wing and wing, it's coming off, we're rudder and it's coming straight down. And if we were to turn directly into the winds, we'd be in irons, which is when we set up the sails. So you see that too.
Wow.
Ta-da! Points of sail!
Yes. Okay.
Okay, thanks for listening. I hope that was good. And then... Hi everyone, Gaea here with a sweet little sunset video. We are currently in Pensacola. I'm on the sailboat and we are out at the Santa Rosa Sound and we sailed here. It was glorious, it was so much fun, and we were able to sail from Bio Chico on the other side of this big landmass down around and in this way. And we did I think almost 14 nautical miles all told, and it was just beautiful. We did every point of sail, we used all of our bits, and it is like flowing. So I know it's a lot flappy and there's a lot of funny noises. The flappy noise you hear is this awesome flag, and I'm gonna put you here on the mast and let's just flow a little bit. Okay, so at the end of the day, as excitement runs through your veins, take your toes out and just bend your knees and lift them up. And bend and wind the hips and lift it up. Bend and wind the hips, lift it up, take the arms up, and then swoosh, swoosh to each side. Let's do that a few more times, right? Bend the knees, wind the hips, lift it up. Bend the knees, wind the hips, lift it up. Other way. Bend the knees, wind the hips the other way, lift it up, activating that core. Bend the knees, wind the hips, lift it up. Arms go up and then we twist to one side. Arms go up and we twist to the other. Let's do that again, and now with a little more flair. Take it down, around, lift it up. Take it down, around, lift it up. Take it down the other way. Around, lift it up. Maybe down, around, lift it up. Take it up and over. Take it up and over. One more time, take it up. Breath and over. Good, take it up and over. Good, inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up again. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Good, swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Try that again. We're gonna go up, exhale down, lift it up, and then we go swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. 1, 2, 3. Good, just make it your own. Don't worry about it too much. Let's put all that together, okay? So we're gonna do the wind, this side, pick it up, down, and then the knees, okay? We're moving energy through, and we're enjoying how it feels just to be alive. Ready? Take a deep breath in. Exhale it down. Swirl the energy around. Lift it up. Take it down. Swirl the energy around. Lift it up. Other way. Take it down. Swirl around. Lift it up. Take it down. Swirl around. Lift it up. Good. Up and over. Up and over. Good. Take it up and then down. Lifting it up, we go swoosh, 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 swoosh. That's a fun little combo, isn't it? Anyhow, it's nice and windy here. I don't even know you can hear, but hope you had fun with that little one. Enjoy. Shake it off, flow around, be in love with life.
I thought you would appreciate this ball
Watching
of tape
you
that is
come out
coming off of that.
It's really funny watching you come out like that.
You're just
I'm gonna go get
from
the beer
birth?
too. Oh, hello.
Hi. Do you consent to being on video?
I do, absolutely.
Okay, we are here in still Pensacola, and this is Kevin,
Hi.
aka Dr. Rev Kev. And there's some late night art happening on Uptown Girl. Do you mind telling the people, aka like my mom, who watches these videos,
Hey, Mom.
what's your, do you have any hopes, dreams, intentions, and strange visions for this?
Hopes, dreams, intentions.
Strange
I'm thinking
visions.
a couple of planetary bodies here. Thinking maybe some clouds, thinking some fun colors. Thinking about putting like a water rippliness here. Maybe some Rockies, something of some sort.
Cool. Okay, but the thing I really love about your pieces, for the small amount that I've seen, when you brought them to the ferry market, and you grossed exactly the same amount as we did.
Oh,
so in
fun.
ferry hair, is that you don't really have a vision or
No.
like you don't see the picture in your head, which is, what do you call it, aphantasia?
Aphantasia. Aphantasia. There we go.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have no mental image in my head, so I cannot conjure an image unless it's like something I have a memory of. So when I do this, I know some degree of what the planets can turn out to look like if I'm lucky. I know some degree of what the colors will look like, and if the paint is working with me, I can manage it then. And from there, it's just kind of hoping, and we're all gonna find out together what it ends up looking like.
Whee! Let's see. I love it. It's like a true artistic process where you just dive in and let the flow happen.
Yeah, and then I get to wear this cool thing.
We have some of those on the boat.
Good to have.
All right.
Keeps me from having multicolored boogers.
Yeah, that too, and also respiratory problems.
Okay, yeah,
well-
I'd be in for the boogers, but
Oh no, it's for days is the problem because it gets all the way up in here.
There it is.
I guess fire boogers only last one day.
Wow, sometimes.
Or two.
All
Depending
right,
if you shower or not.
here we go.